Very cool. I think my cough is back, so not very good. But business as usual. Lomao. Oh man. Do I sound different again? Oh my god, my throat is very itchy for some reason. Man, puberty is coming late. Also, hello George. Alright, what do I do now? I need like a mid-tone. I don't know what's a good mid-tone. Mid-tone. Give me mid-tone, please. One mid-tone, please. Whatever, I guess this will do. I don't know what I'm doing. I just want to do more colors and more foes. Specifically compression foes, there's some over here. Those kind of shit don't mind. Let's see how many different colors I need before it makes sense. Before everything reads like a clothing. Alright, this place is clearly not that dark. But Deal with that later. Hello, you get me? This right now is the sound of me getting scammed in MapleStory. It's the sound, it's a theme song of a town by the name of Hanasis. And there is and the original, I guess, like, they just made it based off of, as though it's in Hanasis, like there's this free market that you can go around, open shops and shit, sell stuff. You know, good old player on player interaction. People trying to sell stuff, people trying to scam people. Good stuff, good stuff. Yes, live. What can you do? What am I doing? Now's the time to charge up the energy. And then when you can draw, you can release it all at once. What am I drawing? Where am I? Right. What did I eat today? Ate a bit of fried chicken. Curry and fried chicken. And then I shit myself 4 times in a row. Dinner I had rice with water and vegetables. Two bowls of cereal. Isn't cereal like a very sugary? Like it's a lot of sugar or something? Sugar, spice, and everything nice. These are the ingredients to what? I see. And my throat, it's like 5 bajillion Dixon or something. Holy shit. I can't hear it. Hello, Lord. Meow, 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 meow. Oh my god. Oh, take me home, country roads. The place I belong. Forgot the next line. Allergic to singing. Where do we go? Entire bag? Yes, waiter, 1 bag of Ricola candy, please. Lozenges? Lozenges? Does it look like clothing even? Oh my god, what am I looking at? The Mao Lord. You really want to hear that song, huh? Looks like coat. That's pretty good. At least it looks like something. Doesn't look like much to me. I want to be able to do it from photos, but at the same time, I don't know how to simplify the colors. Meow 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 meow. Maika. I'm gonna leave it. Whatever. There's another way to do this, which I forgot. I always forget because we don't really do this very often. This would just make it easy to see. Yeah. Oh, gone now. So pick your poison. How many levels do I want? How much suffering do I want today? Do I want 8 levels of suffering or do I want like 6 levels of suffering? Oh, might I entice you with the deluxe plan of like 16 levels of suffering? Deep fried suffering. Wait a minute. Who are you? Yeah, the value's kind of off. Come on. Paintings with those mixed color in Remember. Remember? IO. Where do you even get this reference from? Oh, here. Bum, 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 bum. Meow, 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 meow. I don't have the official, the one that you won, Lord, but I got the discount version of meows. I'm just gonna meow every single song. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Yes, I'll stay here. I can wait. Waiting, I can do that. That I can do. Absolutely can do. No problem. Meow, 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 meow. You get a bit of a push. Can't see the line separating the forms. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't actually. Okay, so I've been thinking about this. But I've been thinking about it. I mean, like five minutes ago, I was thinking about this for a couple minutes, and yeah, there's a gap here right now. So like, okay, for example, if I go from, so the goal is to go from a blank piece of paper, a blank canvas, into something super amazing. Umazing. And this process here, that's like the entire process nonsense thing. This thing, right? This entire nonsense here. But currently we can go from, so this process here, we can go from blank paper to some kind of a sketch, to some kind of a line art. I think this part is fine. And by we can go, I mean like we can take like so we can take references, we can take ideas, and I can make something out of it. And we can get something here which is of like I guess like a passing quality, like a passing grade. Oh, why is that dot there? And then we want to go further. So now the problem with going further is color and rendering. And there are some gaps here that I don't quite know what's... I feel like there's like a gap here that I don't really know what's happening. I don't know what I'm really missing here before we can get to like the final thing. I think on this side it's a bit clearer. From color to render, I think I know what's missing. It's just some black and white studies of forms and textures. But going from here to here, I don't know. Even this side is not that clear either. Because even if you have a color in there, like how many steps do I want, right? Like how many steps, how many colors do I want here? I guess I just... Yeah, I should keep it simple. Wait. I mean, when in doubt, you always go simplify, right? Simplify, the simplest way you can go is just one light and one shadow. That's as simple as it gets. Because beyond that, you basically have base color and then there's nothing to do. So... what is it that I should do right now, is the thing. Like, should I do some black and white studies with only like, I don't know, like minimum number of layers? Oh, sorry, number of values. The bare minimum, like 2 color, 2 shades, 2 spaces. I could do that. And then over time build up a good amount of shapes in order to work off of. Because this kind of reminds me... Oh yeah, have a safe trip, Igami. These are a little bit more complicated. I remember like, yeah, these ones here, it really looks like it's 2 shades, like 2 big shapes, light and shadow, and then everything else is kind of tiny. So I should probably tie that down so that in the rendering stage there's only ever going to be like two specific shapes to work on, and then only after we get there or stabilize that before I start to think about more colors and terminators and some of the more fancier stuff. So we might just outright choose to ignore subsurface scattering or reflected light, just so we can focus on shapes. Some of the shapes here. So like, this guy might have to be broken up then, is I guess what I'm saying. I have to break this up into just like... So one set of light and dark, to like other stuff like reflected light or like SSS. What about color? Because this kind of happens here too. So do I only deal with then the base set, which would be just light fall off then? Yeah, but even like stuff like this, there's still like some kind of a gap here. I don't really know. So we're missing shapes and missing colors. I'm also missing the sort of complicated I want to go sort of step. How much detail I want to go. I don't know. That's why I can't even put in words right now. So I think I would just have to keep trying this entire path, which is kind of what we're doing with this other one. So the more we do this, the more I figure out what is it that's missing, and then hopefully eventually I can put it into words and formalize it as part of the process, so that it becomes a little bit easier to understand and talk about, I think. But yes, I will go back to doing more. Alright, I was tracing this because I was trying to figure out how I would sketch something like this. I need to break it down. So these guys are straightforward. One tension point somewhere here. And then we have the tension points here. I guess mostly this one. Although like with the slack in the fabric, it's not really tension, like sitting on the breast or something. It's not quite doing that. It's being propped up again. So now we get the axis here. I wonder why this part is so flat. I guess it's because it's reinforced, maybe at the bottom of the fabric. Maybe it's reinforced to be a little bit thicker, so it's less more resilient to being compressed like that. Maybe. Okay. Somehow I cannot see it. Yeah, what? How do I write this sequence into my head? Oh wait, no, it's meows. Meow meow meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. I can't see this. So it's like when you fold. It's like you hold a piece of paper with your thumb. Right, you hold a piece of paper with your thumb, and the rest of your hands, of course. You need the rest of your hands too, and then shit, I cannot draw hands now. And then the paper is like this, and then it kind of folds over down, but then because your thumb is applying pressure, it has this point here, this tip. So it's like that. Right, it's like that. So what was happening here then? Because this is the natural state. Now I'm pushing this part specifically just within this area here. So if there's more slack here, it will want to form the lateral. This kind of overlaps, right? And no, but that's if it's like a single piece of paper. But this is like a piece of fabric that's going around. like an object, so it's like a tube, so it kind of follows the stuff that we saw yesterday with the axis. So this axis here. Then what's happening here? So it's like this. And then the faces go in. And then it comes out again. I need to feel it is the thing. Like, I feel like sometimes when I draw the foes, sometimes I can just do random stupid shapes, but also sometimes it starts to make sense. Like, I start to see the shape that I'm actually drawing. And then it becomes a lot easier all of a sudden to put in just some lines, just enough lines to be like, oh yeah, this is the kind of shape I want. And then later in the rendering, I can, feel it again. And then I know where to put the shadows. Otherwise, I don't know what to do. I'm trying to rationalize what's happening here. But it's hard because it's complex. Like, This one's nice, right? Because like these kind of references is precisely what we're having issue with, which is like you have fabric that's draped off, so there's some sort of overlapping happening here with all these, but then it's being also pushed up here. So there's some transition point between a pipe fold and the bottom here. So what happens when this is pushed? So when the pipe folds in like that. There must be like a way to think about it, right? Like a way to actually think about it to help you understand what's happening. Because I'm kind of just looking at this with no structure to my thinking. Maybe if I draw like a bunch of these contour lines, and I can see into the matrix. Is it a guy or a girl? I think it's like I think it's a woman, although I'm not sure. The Pinterest post doesn't really help. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. There's like an additional thing here, being pushed up here. If this just came down, I guess it kind of makes sense. Would it have made sense like that? Or it's just like that, and then this part is in shadow. Hello, G-Talk. Shit, where is this in the game? Oh, it's Ludi, I see. Anyways, I don't know what's happening. You don't know what's happening. Maybe you guys know what's happening, but I don't know what's happening. I'm gonna move on with my life. I'm gonna run away from my problems and then run straight into the next one. Oh boy, I can't wait for my next problem in life. Where is it? Let me find one. Oh boy, I can't wait. Not many people draw compression folds other than like the really tubey ones, like on the arms and stuff. So So it's kind of hard to find like these ones where there's this very clear transition between one regime to the next. Because for the most part, some of the other shapes is like triangles really. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, you're placing triangles still, but like, how do you place the triangles? The other ones are really clear. Because it always starts off at some point and it spreads out to the other side. And then if there's two of them, they kind of join. Some of the closer points just join up. Some of the other ones open up and then dissipates. And compression. And then there's after that, then there's the secondary problem of the balance of the shapes. Even if you know what kind of shapes can be put in, how big should those shapes be, and like how detailed should it get? It's a tricky part of that's a tricky part of art, I think. That's the part where you need a lot of experience of trying it out for yourself and failing and stuff like that. It's always knowing. My god, my guy be spreading his legs. Very cool. Oh shit, I don't even see anything. Oh. I wonder if this one's like, this one seems easier to understand. Because like, you have your usual tension here. And then things come down. But maybe it's the way that I guess the geometry or the position that he's sitting in. Like if you just cut off at this point, right? It's as though the fabric is dangling by with nothing on it. But if you include this, this is literally just the axis then. It's really just the basic compression sort of shapes. So there isn't really any transition in between. It feels like it's just two things like concatenated onto each other. Like top and bottom. My guy is looking into my soul right now. Holy shit. So I would just put one of these, pull that, and then I'll just do like simple shapes here and then have these guys open up, and then that's it. I'm gonna ignore the complexity here, but it's just type of flow to the other one. Just even one or two will be enough. Oh, he got a lot wider. Oops, clothing got very big. Even just one would suffice. It doesn't feel like we can even do some overlap, right? So the top part could have folded down under this. Seems easier in general. I'm gonna draw it again here. to get reset. Okay. The reset key over there. Okay. Ooh. Round it up. Or get half, 60%. Bit too big. Doesn't look very good, does it? X, right? So but the S isn't check. Work has been very slow. Not because of no, not really. I don't feel like I've recovered from this illness properly. I'm super dead tired. I can't really focus. I keep falling asleep. It's yeah, I think I'm just not getting proper sleep because I feel really burnt out. But based on experience, it's usually just because I didn't have enough sleep. I don't know what I'm still kind of going by the usual schedule, but I mean, I guess apparently the usual schedule is also kind of not enough, I guess. Like 4 to 5 hours sleep at night, and then 2-hour nap when I get back home from work, just before the stream starts. But I have really bad quality sleep for the 2 hours. I will wake up every half an hour. And it doesn't really feel like sleeping. I just feel like I'm dreaming. I'm like constantly dreaming. Yeah, basically things are kind of on the lower side, like on the low end right now. Life is not so fun at the moment. Just gotta slowly work through it. There's not much you can do. I can't really get very good sleep. Like I just feel like I'm not doing enough stuff, or like I'm not. Yeah, I'm not really letting myself sleep. It feels like I would lie there and just think about stuff. I don't know how people relax. How do you relax? It's just not that far. It's yeah, it's part tired, like because I can't sleep properly. It's part art is not really. I don't feel like I'm making very obvious progress. We are in the stage where we're laying down the groundwork, where we're just doing a lot of stuff, and most of them are not very good, and most of them are failing. And but the thing is, the experience that I'm getting now is going to be the basis upon which I make decisions later on. Like at some point, it's gonna click. I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm doing this thing. I don't know how to do it, but then all of a sudden I'm like, hey, shouldn't I do this? And then all of a sudden it would all make sense. Like that's kind of how it felt like for line art. Once I've done enough of it, it's not really like I don't have to ask questions like how is it that people have like flow in the lines, or like how is it like things look better, or like how to do line weight, or like when is it okay to sort of distort the perspective, or like distort the anatomy a bit. Like it doesn't have to be so correct. When is it okay to ignore some of the things? I think it's just like you've done enough, you fail enough times, you kind of already know. Because if you keep studying random people's art, like a lot of different artists' art, you see a huge variety of different things. And then I guess some of it stays with you as you're doing the study, even if you don't really necessarily remember it actively. They'll try to remember it actively. And then down the line, when you come back to similar problems that you've faced before, you vaguely remember that, hey, this doesn't really work out. Or hey, that kind of works out. And then that happens a couple more times. It would be nice if they like remember the thing from the first time you encountered the problem. I'm too lazy. I don't really want to put too much thought into doing things. I just want to do things. But yeah, anyways, life is not so exciting right now, but I think we are setting up for the future. It's a little bit easier to believe in the process once you've kind of experienced it a little bit. Because I've kind of experienced it a little bit with line art. But like when I was doing line art, I would feel so stressed out, like, because no progress, no visible progress, no idea if I'm making a progress, no idea if the process makes sense, no idea if doing this every day is gonna get me anywhere at all. So back then I had a lot of, like, compared to like what we're doing now, where I'm doing this consistently every day, I was probably doing it one time every other week when I first started out doing line art, because it would just look bad, and then I would just feel bad, and then I would just quit, and then I would have to wait until the next cycle. So every time, my motivation of drawing doesn't come from positive emotions, it comes from negative ones, where I just feel like I'm wasting too much time in games, or like I'm not taking the steps I should be taking to keep my promise. That would stack up, and then I would crash out. I don't know, maybe I'll sit on the bed by myself and cry for a bit, and then I'll pick up the pen and then go back to it. It's years of that, literally, like just crashing out, trying, failing. Oh my god, I suck. And then I stop looking at it for a bit, and then I not look at it for too long, and then I'm like, oh shit, I suck even harder as a person, because I said I was gonna do this thing, but I'm not doing it. And then crash out again, pick up the pen, try again, suck again, and then the whole cycle over and over and over. It's kind of interesting because like it took a lot of negative emotion and a huge crash out to get me started. But even after I started doing art, like it's still piling on. My stress is still piling up. Eventually I got to the point where I wasn't really sleeping every other day. So I would sleep every other day, because every other day I would be too stressed. I couldn't breathe. I would just sit in front of my computer and not really doing anything. And then the next day I'll be too tired to do the same. My brain will literally shut off, and then I'll just be like, what's happening? And then I'll be awake. I'll be asleep. And next thing I know, it's another cycle, another day. A couple of things helped though to get me out of that cycle. Primarily, it's just having a good routine in life. Back then, it was a sort of a twilight period, and in my life where it's in between like, so when I picked up art in 2020, I was in like my, I think, third year of undergrad. So 2020 was like year 3 of like undergrad. I cannot spell, hello. And then in like 2023-ish and 2022-ish, around where I started my YouTube channel, I don't remember if this is one. I was like year 1 to 1.5 of like my masters, and I think like this part is like really, this part was really messed up because the classes were a lot fewer. There were a lot fewer classes, and there was just a lot of uncertainty in terms of life, in terms of the classes I'm doing, like the timetable, the scheduling. There were periods where I was a student, but I would just have no class. I would just have nothing to do. So like the thing is, there's no like a fixed schedule to keep you in that cycle. Like right now, I'm still kind of like dying. Like my sleep schedule, I'm still very tired and stuff. But because I have work, I have to keep to that specific schedule. And that's basically, okay, you know how like when people say like after 9 p.m, you don't really want to think about life because you get really tired and you get really cynical and you get really critical of everything that you do. So at like nighttime, you don't really want to think about life. During this period of time, this is all I did, right? I just went insane over this period. I will do that all the way to 6 a.m. and then I'll get too tired to continue. I'll crash out for a couple of hours and then I will go one more until nighttime again. And then at night, I'll be way too tired and I'll actually sleep through like 4 or 5, 6 hours. I usually sleep at 3 a.m. to 3 a.m. I'm still doing it right now, but because we have the nap at like 2 to 9, it's a bit better. But and then work came in, then this part is no longer possible. You really don't have that time to be like, hey, on the bed like for 3 hours in a row. I think that helped. And the other one is obviously like the art itself got a little bit easier, a little bit better. I can see the progress. I can slowly begin to believe in the Matrix. Sorry, what? It is a journey. I think eventually I'll probably that one video that I want to make with regards to like all the experiences I've learned, all the things I've learned throughout this couple hundred streams, would also include this section. I want to have like the background set before I start talking about the stuff that I learned, because I think my experience is probably a little bit weird. There's too much emphasis on doing good art and not enough emphasis on having fun with doing art was the problem for my entire suffering, I think. Because to me, the art process itself isn't fun. It's just tedious work. Like that's why I find it sometimes really hard to criticize AI people. I understand exactly how they're feeling. I guess we all do, because it's not an easy process. But obviously they're infringing on a lot more. They're causing a lot more problems with all the fake stuff, with getting people to quit on purpose. A lot of antagonizing artists. But you know, if AI becomes like a tool that we can use for our own sake, like artists can use to streamline their process, just like another way of changing like hue, saturation, and value, without causing all these issues. That would be nice. But yeah, not enough having fun. Although, yeah, it's like a me problem, because I feel like throughout my life, the only time I've really enjoyed doing something is when I'm good at it. Like I cannot be Haru Urara. If I'm losing races every freaking time, but like, what, like she did like 117? I mean, I don't know if animals perceive like sort of think of stuff in the same way that we do. Maybe for all we know, I don't know if she even understood it. She probably did, but I don't know. But if I'm not doing it well, I am not having fun. Interesting. So these guys are... Hold on. No, I didn't miss it. Yeah. It's okay. What do I want to do with this? I don't know. I'm just kind of sitting here. I'm kind of confused. And also not confused at the same time. I always find myself kind of just stuck sitting here. Because I'm looking at this and I'm like, yeah, you know, if I want to do a study of this, yes, I can. But like, you know, I'm not simplifying the shapes. It's not really helping me be able to draw something like this without looking. Right, and then when I do look and copy the shapes, it's just too many. It doesn't look like what I want. And it's kind of sitting here. Are you having fun because you're doing it well? Or are you doing it well because you're having fun? For me, the first one comes first. And then afterward, the second one happens. I think like once you start having a bit of fun, it becomes easier to go back and do it, and therefore you get better faster. That's why, that's why I feel like, I mean, this is an easy thing to say, but it's a very hard thing to do. Is that I feel like parents should make it fun for the kid to do things. Because I think back to my own childhood, and there was a lot of times where I was just told to learn something because I was told that it would be useful. You know, learning guitar, learning taekwondo, learning piano. Most of those I quit. But it's because like it wasn't fun. Like it was just going in and putting the work, but I wasn't really seeing what you can use it for. Especially taekwondo. I mean, unless you're going out and picking fights, I don't know where you use it. But like at least for music, you know, if the parent could show the kid that, hey, you can play your favorite tunes, you can play like I don't know, like the Minecraft Lava Chicken song on piano once you learn piano, then maybe it will motivate people to want to learn because it would then be fun. La 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 lava chicken. Steve's lava chicken, yes, tasty as hell. Ooh, mama, sit there now, you're ringing the bell. I forgot the next line. Something and tasty. And it's a lava attack. I can't do like the high. My throat is too itchy right now. I'm trying to keep myself from coughing. Ooga booga. Okay, I want to do just a freehand sketch of this and see where I end up. Because like doing just like a study, it doesn't really feel like I'm getting anything out of it because it's just too complicated. It will end up looking too detailed. But if I maybe like I do like a mannequin underneath first, and then put the clothing on and then take it off. It might make a little bit more sense because there's context. Sorry, what am I saying? There is context in the ref, but anyways. Yeah, artists. Art is hard. Like until you, like it really depends on kind of person you are and the motivations you have for drawing. That's why that video I want to make. I want to make it super clear that, you know, it is a pain in the ass process. I honestly do not really feel like this is fun, and I think maybe that's not really a good thing to say to beginners. To be like, hey, this is gonna be a really long journey. This is gonna be a somewhat painful journey. Maybe not the best thing to say, but I also don't really want to say anything else because that is my own experience. And the video I make will primarily be sort of having my own self in mind. So I want to be explicitly very honest with my own experience of it. But yeah, I think everyone's mileage will vary. The reason why you draw and your sort of standards that you want to have. Because the reason I draw was a little bit too heavy. I wanted to keep a promise. And in order to do that, I had to be good. I have to be good. So if I wasn't good, I was not keeping that promise. I was just as bad as I was in the past. and I hated that. So everything got super heavy, super quick. But if you're just drawing because you want to see your favorite Oshi smile, or you are just drawing because you want to draw some loot stuff, you know, then maybe it's not gonna be as pain in the ass. Hello, Joe. It's been a while since I saw your name. So yeah, in the beginning of the process, probably it's gonna suck, and then if you can just, you know, go through that initial stage and get yourself to some part of the progress journey where you are seeing return on your investment of effort, then that is where things start to get a little bit easier, and you can start to have a little bit more fun because you have some skills to have fun with. That's how I see it. So it's just getting to that initial step. Although for different people, the initial step would be different because the requirements that they have would be different, right? Like animators would probably have a slightly longer path because they like in the beginning. If you're just doing illustrations like single sketches, it'd be pretty quick to get good at drawing maybe one angle for a face and use it everywhere. And then you can start changing some hairstyles and having a little bit of fun with it. And animators could do that too, but like if animators, your goal would probably be to make it move, right? So the initial stage before you start seeing like some more motivating stuff, I suppose, would be a little bit longer. Yeehaw. I'm getting distracted, but I like this stupid ass face where like the mouth is like super duper like downwards turned. The character I'm working on is basically this. She's like grumpy all the time. I don't have enough area in the eyes to do this highlight yet, but the Gunnar, the Gunnar one, yeah, she's gonna be the Gunnar. Her the lore, the setup, the reasons why she would be a Gunnar or whatever and stuff like that, everything is coming together nicely. I just don't really haven't spent a lot of time on fleshing out the entire design sheet. I'm going off of like the 5 senses for the design. So you have the physical design, right? What you're seeing, the sight. You have stuff like sound, what kind of music she might like, or how she herself might sound like. You have a smell, like what kind of scents, maybe like the shampoo. Because for Ria, I think for her mostly would be some kind of wood and like books and paper and that kind of smell. And there's no specific reason for why that's the case for Ria just yet, but something like that. Obviously there's taste and touch, but like I don't think we should talk about those. To guess Ria really quick, but at least for those 3, sorting it out. Some other stuff like their motivations, personal motivations, as a result of their background lore. Things are coming together, at least just for her. Once I put in the hair, like the design comes out, so I can't really quite do that, but eyes are kind of close, huh? It's drifted. This is really rough. Anyways, don't know where I'm going with this clothing. Many things to do. Okay, now what? This kind of bothers me. Okay, you know what? I'm nuking this. E. I feel like back at stream number 70 or something, I felt the same thing. I was kind of just burned out. That's how we started doing the animation thing that I also still haven't finished. But kind of felt like this, I think, in the beginning, where I'm just kind of tired of doing things. Yeah, Omi didn't have a chance. Like, if right now me is feeling like, oh, kind of tired, don't feel like doing it anymore, even though I'm seeing progress and we're way better than we ever was. Omi didn't stand a freaking chance, man. Like, he would have just been like, yeah, this sucks. Alright, go back to TF2, I guess. Hang on a second. Oh, okay, I saw this today too. Something called executive dysfunction. I thought it was a euphemism of erectile dysfunction because it sounded like the same thing. Like, you want to do something but you're unable to do it. Oh, apparently this is a real thing. But and mostly at this part here, I think all these things are still super clear. Like the priority of stuff that I should do, and like how much time it's gonna take. I think I have a good idea. It's just usually it's at the bottom where I just can't get started even if I wanna do it. I don't know if it's ADHD. I think recently it's just been like I'm too tired. It's really hard to focus, and I think it's mostly just that. I don't think it's a medical condition. I mean, it doesn't quite matter if it is or not, because I still have to deal with it anyways. Makes no difference if there's a name given to it or not. Yeah. I don't know what to do with all the lines in the mid. Because the only time I am starting to realize the only time you can put lines on like clothing and stuff is when there's actually an overlap. So if you do a cutaway view, it's when the fabric actually literally overlaps with itself here. So if you're viewing from here, then you'll put a line to represent this edge. That's the only part that makes sense. Because otherwise it gets too noisy if you have like a bunch of lines for even this kind of smoother transitions, where it's not necessarily overlapped, but just really steep at the angle. So like just like that. And then for this part here, I think most of it is kind of like that. It's not really overlapping. There's like one, maybe one overlap here, two overlap here. And these guys, I guess, this guy here. Maybe that. These guys are not really overlapping. This is overlapping, this is overlapping. And then it transits into no overlaps here, right? Because this is not opened up. And this one's not overlapping either, kind of. Maybe this has a little bit. But even if I just do this, it looks kind of ugly. Just like a lot of random lines here and there. They don't really connect. Alright, see you tomorrow, Igami. Alright, it's been 1.5 hours of me just like going around circles. It's time to tackle this again, even though I'm kind of tired of seeing this, if I'm being honest. But I'm also kind of tired of doing anything at all, so it's not a good enough reason to skip this. That's why being on stream is so powerful for me, because I can't exactly just like, hey, I don't feel like doing this, I guess I'm not doing this today. Once I've said that I was gonna do it. But if we were gonna do it, I have to sort out the perspective right now. That's the first thing I have to sort out, because nothing else can continue for the background for that. Although I could work on the character first. I mean, the character, to be honest, is wouldn't really change too much from here. I'll just be cleaning up shapes. Oh, Joe, are you leaving too? Have a good night. Yes, goodbye. See you again soon. Thank you for dropping by. I think I have a rough idea of like everyone who has ever came in the past 200 stream and at least left a couple of messages. For the most part, I feel like if I see the name, I can remember that, whether if they've been here before or not. Maybe I don't want this. I want this. No, this is fine. A little bit darker, but I don't want the pink. Alright, I'm gonna draw the perspective. Let's go. Yeah, unfortunately. Yes. All the best. Oh man, looking at this, I'm just... really not feeling it, but let's get going here. Now I wouldn't drop it. What I would do is I would go sketch instead, if I'm not rendering colors. Or like do some more like studies that are a little bit more brain dead than this, because this one takes a bit of effort. Especially with the background. Like the background is really challenging because we have a huge white wall. Sorry, it's not white, it's kind of yellow here. But because it has no texture, that means that we have to make it interesting visually somehow with textures ourselves. That's number one. Number two, the color transitions are super subtle, so it's really hard to see. These two things are kind of hard. And then we come to the bottom here, which is the exact opposite, which is like instead of having just a blank ass wall, now you have a bunch of bricks. And the bricks are not all like consistently colored. They have like this rim around them that's like kind of gray, and then the center is a bit red. I don't know why that's the case, but that's the case, right? And then we have the cracks of varying widths, and then we have the junk that's in the cracks. And then we come to the chairs, and then the chairs themselves are also kind of a pain because I don't really know what color I should be going with, because there's a lot of texture on it. It's kind of like the clothing, where because of the stripes, it feels like what you're perceiving, what you're feeling, the colors that you're feeling is an average of the two colors that's there, like the effect, the shadow that's on the blue and the shadow that's on the white, for example. So yeah, it's really challenging, this one. I have to just chug through it very slowly here, because the more we put down, the easier it is to start fixing it. So as long as we keep putting down more stuff, at some point things should start to make sense, I hope. I think this color is not bright enough. What is this? It's also kind of blue though in the other one. I don't know. Is it blue? Sorry, why am I not? Oh, my ruler is not turned on. Yeah, doesn't look that good, does it? I would rather have the contrast there, because it should be kind of dark. The yellows. An orange. I also haven't touched my kalimba in so long too. Come on. Maika. I'll leave it for now. It's kind of hard to do with the ruler turned on. Blacking out. My friends are all buying Kalimbas now. Man, maybe we can get a Kalimba performance someday. Push it down, please. I need to nuke the color down. Oh, I see. Because it's technically on the floor, I didn't want to draw it on this layer. I need the grids in there first for the ground. If not, I can't do anything. That's the midpoint, right? So it depends on where this is going. This time. It should counter the key, so it should be higher then. Okay, that's fine. Put it here, here. Agak tadi naik kan? can see the chair now. That's nice. What is going on here? Oh wait, the chair doesn't follow the perspective, I think. Oh, that's okay, I don't care. Make it easier for myself. I'm not looking at the butt, I promise. I'm not looking at the feet either, I promise. Trying to see the cracks. We should. Officer is not what it sounds like. Should I just freehand it or not? Like, I don't know what the perspective it's following is. I think there's some pattern on the ground. And it's making it go kind of wonky. Maybe not. For the most part, it seems to follow the same perspective. Hand drawn is fine, but ideally not. Okay, how about these? The new ruler. Turn this one off. We'll move it up here. Drop this. Target is here. We'll sequence. The other one I'll take over manually, I think. And then this side here is further up. Koregurai desu ka ne? Moto. Actually, what song was that? I forgot. And then the other one is the usual one, actually. I should use it. Oh, but I shifted the horizon, so I have to recalibrate this. That is fine, that is fine. Very cool. Okay. Cracks. I need something that is solid, but maybe with a bit of texture, like this real G pen. Should help with the. Oh, do I want to keep it consistent? I should not. No, wait, hang on. I have to do it freehand anyways. I'm just gonna set up the grid then for now. What's a good color here that stands out? Alright. Freehand gets us the nice, interesting lines, but I need the grid to hold us in check. Keep us correctly spaced as well. So I don't really know why the bricks are kind of following a slightly different perspective, like the angles and stuff. I can't quite figure it out in my head how that works. But it is what it is. So this will be our grid. Disable this. It's kind of big. I gotta deal with the thing later. Do. Is it? I guess I need to go minimum 0. I'm gonna do the bare minimum required. Anything that's not visible, I'm gonna ignore. Gonna find out if this even looks good. Actually, where's my chair even? I don't see it. Okay. Yeah, there is a lot of red. But my angle's kind of different. It's not quite hitting at the same angle. I'll have to deal with that at some point. I think a good rule of thumb is to just put SSS on skin, regardless if they're, you know, if it's really that evident or that strong. It's a good word. I guess I can't see the ground here. I have to take over. What do I even want to do here? It feels like the ground sort of, like the bricks kind of turn away. Because these lines here don't seem to align with the rest of them. These three of them. These three. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna get. I'll set the key here. Okay, so that should be enough to keep the fusion going. I want to stop this here. Oh man, what do I do? This space here is quite important. It's nothing to do with everything else, but because it's not in the original reference, what I do here will probably make me feel very uncertain. If I do it bad, it's gonna ruin the entire thing for me because I'm gonna think that I screwed it up. Because there's nothing to justify the decisions upon. Like, I would never put the bricks going in that way. I would probably put it in the same way as the rest of the stuff. Because that would make sense, but we have to have the photo here to justify it going that way. So I'm like, oh, okay. But like this part here, I don't know what to do here. I guess I'll just change the direction and then have some uneven sized bricks here to sort of suggest that it's not perfect, you know? And hopefully that would throw off that sort of perfectionist alarm in my head. And be like, yeah, it's okay. I guess it's fine. You know? See how this works. This is the first time I'm drawing this too, so it's nothing to base this off of, no prior experience. I think the closest one we did to something like this was the first ever sort of render study. Quite a while back. That one has some tiles on the ground, I think. But I didn't bother rendering like all the gaps a little bit more refined, like more detailed. It was just a constant width lines going across. Okay. It looks pretty decent right now, I think. Especially once I put it into the correct color, which is what? I don't know. Some kind of really dark red. I have to gradient this over, but okay. We have the tiles. The tiling. This seems a little bit wide. Yeah, there's nothing else that's there, so it would be fine if I ship this. And I'm gonna put in one more here. Cool. Now I'm gonna paint individual tiles, I guess. That's fun. Okay, I'll keep it like this for now. Da-da-da. What's this? The grid. Alright. This is this. This is this. Yes, very cool. Okay. I'm just gonna put the red in the middle and then see how it looks like. And then probably get some of the edges. Give some of the edges a little bit more shadow. Then we'll see how it looks like and then let's see what else we need to do. In the meantime, that's all I see. Hopefully things become a little bit more obvious as we go on here. Also, no textures for now, so I can focus on the just getting some of the colors to the right spot first. Like the initial color rough is less of getting stuff to the right spot and more of just getting the right colors on the canvas. And then now we're just kind of getting it to the roughly the right spot before the more detailed rendering comes in and tries to make it even more right, I guess. Oh, this part needs to go actually. Hang on. Sorry, why does it look like that? Oh, did I color that on the... come on, man. I didn't separate my layers correctly. That's a mess. Almost. Yeah, I wonder. I wonder if you're like a few months away from like discovering, from making that giant leap, or I'll be like years away from making that giant leap. Leap as in like getting to where is it that I want to be. I think it's just I think we're not that far, but like the discovery, the thing that we're missing is not easy to get. It's like just like 1 or 2 more steps, I think. Because we've come so far, we can do lines, we can do color studies, we can do like form studies. The structure of process of painting has never been clearer in my head. But yet I can't do it. I just can't do it yet. I don't know what's missing quite yet. Maybe I am doing it right now and I just don't see it that way. That is a possibility. But something feels like it's missing still. I don't know what. Why is that pink here? Get out of here. Once I find out what that is, and then we walk through the process of creating something a little bit more complex, like more complex than this, a few times, then I'm set. Then this, basically the idea of style development, this series of streams can officially end. I mean, I can continue the stream, but it will not be under this name anymore. Because then at that point, this process has concluded. We'll probably change it to something else like I don't know, journeying the world with my waifu or something like that. Waifu Journey. Sounds like a shitty mobile game. Waifu Journey. Oh man. Travel the world with your waifu. Choose from 300 different waifus. And then it's all Arknight's characters, just copy and paste it over with a different color. Let's go, dude. Baby's first lawsuit. Baby's first lawsuit. Oh my god. Oh my god. So exciting. Alright, looks decent. Would I hire you? Of course, of course. I don't want to make it. Sorry, what was I talking about? Oh, the waifu game. I admire the Arknights people. I believe the story was that there were a bunch of students back in university and they just wanna make the dreams come true, and then they just went ahead and did it. And I guess COVID was good timing and stuff like that. The blah 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 blah. They got funding, but that is like the dream, I guess, right? You just kind of, I want to do it. Let's do it, and then do it, and then makes it. Hack and slash. Wait, I need to Google what hack and slash is. I kind of have an idea, but I want an example. What are some famous ones? Ooh, Devil May Cry. Okay, none of these I know. God damn, have I never seen like the list of games that I don't know anything of? More accurate. Yeah, I've never played any of these. God damn, not a single one. Are you serious? I guess I did play Final Fantasy 9. Was it 9? And I didn't even finish it because it's so long. I thought hack and slash meant like Vampire Survivors. Oh, Genshin is hack and slash? I see. But is Vampire Survivors not hack and slash? Roguelike action. Is this supposed to be roguelike or roguelike? Oh, there's literally a game called Rogue in 1980, so it's just like that game. So it's roguelike. Or roguelikes. But roguelites. Some but not all elements of roguelike. Okay, that's very confusing. What's the difference then? It's just a little bit less like, but I still like it, isn't it? Why are people gonna make it so difficult? Anyways, right, when I think like roguelike or roguelite, I don't really know which one I'm thinking of, but like when I hear it, I think of procedurally generated, randomized runs, but the game mechanics is simple, it's straightforward, it's always the same thing. You start off with nothing and then you collect items and you go through. I played like Isaac, I played Dead Cells. Dead Cells was interesting, it's very aesthetic. A little bit gruesome, a little bit gory. What else did I play? Trying to get it to be a bit darker here. I think it's a bit too bright. But it's not darkening it the same way I think I want it to go down, so I'm not 100% sure what is off right now. I think the red is not properly red. It feels like the red is a little bit too bright and too saturated. Let's see. And I proceed to make it redder and darker, even more saturated. Very cool. But yeah, damn, dude, that's a huge undertaking. Rogue hack and slash all by yourself. Is that like for fun? I mean, I hope it's fun, because it doesn't sound like it's fun if it's not fun. You know, seems like a lot of stuff to do. Oh, it's too bright again. God damn it! I can't process the colors that I'm seeing. I don't know what this is. What is that? Probably darker than this. For fun. Oh. Has it got anime girls in it? Doors making what? Why are you guys not making it together then? What? Different direction? Two different directors beefing it out. Mine's better. No, mine's better. I don't know what I'm doing with the colors anymore. Yeah, yeet, I'm gonna ignore it. As with all problems in life, if you ignore it, it will go away. Famous last words on the deathbed in the hospital. Lamao. Making a game, huh? I think as a kid, my dream was to make an OS, because I thought that was the hottest shit. If you can make your own OS, And then I learned about Tempo OS, and I learned about I actually learned about computers afterwards, and now I'm like, yeah, that's not. Let's pretend I never ever had that dream. It's complicated, but I think I steal his artistic side, so I'ma jump in. Yeah, I took some courses too for hacking, like the official, like the really serious ones. There's this thing called oh shit, what is it called again? One second. What is it called? Shit, I don't remember what's it called. It's like $1,000 to do. And then if you actually pass it, you get put on a watch list by the NSA. I think it was what they're saying. I didn't pass it. I didn't actually even do it in the end. It was like I think I was too discouraged to even try the exam. The exam was like the exam was 48 hours, and you get access to a bunch of servers, and you're supposed to just find as many secrets. You know, you need to do your own network discovery, find your own vulnerabilities, check out the CVE for each individual service that has an open port, find your way in there, craft your own payloads, find your way in there, do app privilege escalation in there, and then get the key from the root directory. And then you need to do as many as you can in 48 hours, and then you're judged based on how many systems you crack and what the difficulty of those systems are. I forgot what is it called then. What is it called? Oh, it's called OSCP. OSCP is like the entry level one too. Offensive security, blah blah blah. I don't remember what's it called. So. Certified professional. Oh, it's only 24 hours. I thought it was 48 hours. Teaching me how to hack. Like, hello, Uni. I don't know how we got here. Oh no, George was saying he was making a game. And I was saying that my childhood, like, cause I was thinking like, it makes a lot of sense, right? If people grow up playing games, they would think that it's really cool to be able to make your own. And I remember that as a kid, I wanted to make an OS, a computer operating system. And then as a university student, I realized that that's kind of stupid because the amount of work that goes in to making an OS is kind of insane. And then kernel code isn't exactly fun too, right? And by the way, I'm actively avoiding kernel code right now at work. So how the turntables turn. Anyways, but then I got reminded of the fact that I once wanted to be a hacker too, because George was also talking about hacking. And I did that course. By doing it, I mean I paid for it and then I didn't actually do it because I was too scared. Let me put in the grass. This is Grez. This painting is gonna be the death of me. Oh, we're gonna do it. Boy, am I gonna do it. Just do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. I need to put like small rocks. I need to fill the cracks up with my rocks. Hello. And then I need to put some what are those clovers? I guess I'll just put some green stuff. Oh, this is not even green. What is this? Somewhere here, maybe? Something green. Green like. Oh, actually, let me see how to put it on top of this. What do I call? More yellow. Pen testing is also kind of fun. There's some videos people make on pen testing on their experiences and stuff. They're literally like just being spies and like going into other people's office buildings without permission. Well, I mean with permission, but without like the proper credentials. There's like a video on YouTube of like a team that's like they went into like this power substation at some US city or something, and they're showcasing how easy it is to bypass all the security and stuff. With permission, of course. I think. Probably. I guess I should get the chairs a little bit more solid first, because it's kind of annoying. It's like a blob of colors here. I should have blocked out the shapes first. I could still do it. I can do a different layer, block out the shapes, make it super clean first, and then just overlay this on top. And I still get the colors, but then I can work a little bit cleaner with just a single flat color. Maybe it'll be a little bit easier to do. Yes. Oh. Isn't art so fun, guys? Isn't it so fulfilling and fun? Oh shit, my chair is too big. Dang it. Why do I care though, even if it's a bit bigger? Plus it looks weird. Take that there, put it here, and then I'm gonna cut it my losses here. Yeah, wait, 100? 100. Yeah. Huh, there, boss. It's okay. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Table? It is a table, right? Oh, I see the other leg now. Oh, okay, yeah, it's a table. It was blocking the other side of the chair. That's fine. Let's do it like that. It will look better if I don't follow the same perspective, though. It will look nicer if it's tilted. I'm inclined to do it. Ah. The other sequence was the same, so what should I do? Bit flatter. Oh right, sorry, I forgot that this is not quite the same. I need to grab the... So these guys should follow the same horizon, but they might have different vanishing points. The ground was just me doing some weird stuff to try and cheat the thing. I need this. Hide this. Ooh. Now what? Where's my thing? That's the target, and now I'll get the other stuff later. Okay, so that's the legs of the chair. Excuse me, sir, that's a woman. Table legs. I'll do it some other time. Simple, keep this, delete, keep the thing, change the color. Okay. Da-da-dum. Da-da-dum. Where'd it go? Oh, it went to the other side. Yeah, I wonder how that works. I'll figure it out. Hello, yes sir. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't really make sense. I have to put it backwards. Put this backwards. it come? Moto. That's the base of the chair. And the top, I want it to be roughly around the same height. For some reason, that chair is slanted the other way? What? How does that work? I'm going to ignore that. Okay, that should be fine. Give. That. Table legs. Here. Somewhere here. Okay, that's the setup for the chairs. Where did my painting go? Oh, it's here. Yeah, I guess these are not opaque enough. Oh, they're not big enough. I don't want, but it's fine. Isn't it easier for me to just paint it again? I think it's easier to do that. As long as I get the colors down. Get the colors. Let's just take this. Okay, now that the background's a little bit more tied up, like a little bit tighter, it's not as messy, it's not as rough anymore. It's a bit easier to see the final form. I'm gonna go to the toilet and I'll be right back. Okay. Ah, yes, let's go. What is that? Okay, okay. Now C. Still cannot see. Ah, right. It was kind of thick. Oh no. Right. Wait, what? Why am I there? Disable lock. They are boots. Okay. Lock. Disable. Check. This. Dun-dun-dun. It's not a player. Alright, this is a different perspective, of course. Would have been too easy otherwise. Gotta be hard. Convoluted. Oh my god, what color is that even? What am I looking at? What color is this? Like the textures, man, it's so homogeneous. I don't know, it's not really homogeneous, but like so much stuff on it. I don't know what color I should pick. Yeah, the wood, the chair. It's got like some green from like, I don't know, like algae, some kind of moss, some kind of growth on it. It's got the wood's sort of brown color, but it's also like reflected light on it. There's also like the wear and tear. Okay. I will try to just pick colors and then see how I feel about it and then do adjustments based on that. Yeah, let's. Korea is get some of the faces in first. It's too green, is it? I can't quite tell. It's saturated for it being here, I think. Yeah, this chair has like a really huge seat. It's like huge. I need to make it a little bit smaller, I think. Hello, Debay. Dailies right before the cutoff. I do not believe so. Very pretty. Oh. A lot of subtle colors on the face. Do they have a... Whoops. Lamar. Right, thank you, Dubey. Currently parsing. I guess for the most part, like one light, one shadow is enough, right? Like, because there's all the other different colors to show the forms. Wait. Isn't it the same thing though? Wait, yeah, I don't know what to think just yet. Just in general, I feel like definitely not my kind of style. But I'm trying to... Yeah. It's that gap that I was talking about like, earlier, but like... some of the order of operations. Big shapes into color variations into those big shapes, and then painting in all the details, and then I guess after that overall adjustments, some more larger gradients and glows and stuff like that. That makes sense. Right, but if you're painting, then the layering structure will have to be a little bit more flexible. Yeah, I'm looking at all the shapes in the clothing for the foes, because I'm looking at it, and to me, I feel like it's I would have wanted to render it a bit more. But this, I guess this works too? Alright, did I share the link? I forgot to share the link. Yes, yes, beautiful lady. Wait, are these okay? These are ladies. These this is a dude, right? This one here. Oh, this is a lady too. Is it a she? I see Boba here. Lady too. Yes, thank you, Due, for sharing. Thank you. Yo, chat is getting. You guys are getting way too excited. Right. Something I can't put my finger on. I like how tight it is. Everything is so crisp and clear, except for like some of the gradients, I think. I think that's probably what's slightly throwing me off. I still remember last time Uni shared the work in progress that they were doing, and they were asking about the lighting. Because the large airbrush lighting always seems to, I guess, blur some of the. Oh, maybe that's why. Like with the airbrush, some of these crisp edges are kind of lost. Right, but they're not lost in the sense that I see. So instead of going from, if I have two colors. Oh. There are two colors. This edge, if I want to lose it, if I... let me see. How do I do this? Like, if the edge kind of disappears into the other color, I think that's fine for me. But if I see it, like, kind of go from this to this, and then if it was, in fact, like, instead, like, an airbrush on top with some other color, right? In this case, it would be the lighting. This would make it feel weird for me, but this does not. Because this disappearance feels more natural, whereas this disappearance feels like something is blocking it, which is the case, right? You have stuff in front, you have atmosphere in front that is reflecting light. And I like this more than this, but they're two different things though. What if I just... If I do like, what if I blur it out first before I put in the gradient? But the idea behind it is different then, right? Because if you can see the edge, it means that there is an edge there, just covered by the atmosphere. Whereas the other one, the edge literally is gone. But that minor amount of difference, I don't know if that matters too much. But for the most part, people's eyes will lock onto the part where they can see contrast, right? So they will still focus on the top anyways. So what am I trying to say? If there's a cube... How do I draw a cube? Oh man. Right, but I cannot really blur out this bottom edge. Because it doesn't make sense anymore. It's not quite the same thing anymore. Oh, shit. Before I put in the airbrush over it. Yeah, it wouldn't work, I don't think. I'm just looking at all these parts here. Oops. Oh, is this a speed paint? It is not. What is this? Oh, it is a speed paint. It is a time lapse. Sharper lighting? Serve as the guidance. Yeah, there's a gap somewhere in my head. I don't know what it is, where it is. When I'm doing it, it always gets stuck somehow, which I'm guessing is those two problems, one with color, one with forms. And then, yeah, I think I'm too desperately trying to make it like have a clear structure. Like I want it to the point where, oh, right now I'm gonna do just color light fall off, and then it's the only thing I'm gonna do with this airbrush on this layer, right? And then I think that doesn't quite, it might work. If I have enough experience, I might be able to come up with the structure, but right now I don't think I have that. And I'm trying to come up with the structure and it doesn't quite make a lot of sense. Because I'm looking at this, I see gradients, right? I see gradients on what I like on the local color. That could be the lighting, that could be just color variation in the shadow part, and then the lighting will go in on a separate layer of a separate block. I keep trying to break it down like this, but I also feel like it doesn't really matter, right? Because at the end of the day, if you know what color, what you want, and where it go, like if you just paint, and at every step of the process, you're just asking yourself, hey, what do I want? What do I think I can fix now? What is it that I don't like right now? And you just do that one thing. Eventually, you can get to something that looks good, as long as you can continue to have a good reference and continue to see what is it that you want to fix. And there's no need to resort to having like a really strict structure or anything like that. But it just feels very very uncertain. Because that's kind of what I'm doing now. I'm just kind of going in and seeing the colors and be like, yeah, it's brighter here, darker here, bluer here. And it just doesn't feel very stable. Yeah, I think structure only comes after I've gone through all the chaos multiple times, probably. Left and right brains? I don't know, like, I'm not necessarily thinking in terms of left or right brain, just in general. There is a desire to lock everything down to a strict system. Kind of like how I did stuff before, one layer, one color. That kind of vibe. Because with that structure, it becomes very clear on what I need to do. I think that's probably the misconception, that having a structure inherently makes it easy to do things. I think you still need the experience to kind of I don't know. Plus, if let's say you're making a copy of someone else's art, alright, you're just trying to do like a shape copy. You're not necessarily trying to break it down to structure or perspective or anything, just checking proportions, putting down simple shapes, and then refining those shapes. If you put down guidelines that determines like the halfway point or the 1/3 point or like stuff like that, you mark down all these positions, and then it becomes easier to do the process afterwards. But a part of that process, you still need to be able to see the difference still. You still have to be able to identify by eye that this is a bit larger or a bit lower or a bit higher. These elements are aligned and those things are not. Yeah, okay, so it's kind of like saying that, hey, if you have like a... So I don't even know what I'm talking about, by the way. I don't know why I'm talking about this. It's just that this thing stuck in my head. Let's say you have a reference here. And the reference is like a dude. It's bad. Let's say the reference is this lady on the right. And this is your ref, and you're trying to make a copy of it. You can basically identify all these relationships here. So you start off with the top and bottom, left and right. You can start off top and bottom, left and right. You can identify some of these cutoff points, some of these angles perhaps. Right, and then with this, okay, mine is already slanted here. And then this makes it easier to do, right? Because it's now easier to spot some of these things. And then as you're drawing, you're putting stuff where you think it should go, and then you're refining it, slowly cutting down the shapes. I think this is kind of skipping a lot of steps, but you put a circle here, maybe a square here, so on and so forth. And this is one process of doing it. Whereas on the other side, you can also literally just go in and be like, oh, head, oh, shoulders. And do it like this. And this one has a lot of a higher requirement for like being able to observe. So your observation skills need to be like a triple S or something. And then this one is a little bit lower, right? Because when it's simpler shapes, it becomes easier to spot irregularities. But you still need to have that skill. Otherwise, you can't even put it down in the first place. Maybe like that. Maybe like A. I don't know. And sorry, why am I talking about this? I have no idea. I don't know what I'm talking about. So like the painting that I'm seeing here. Yeah, basically what I'm trying to do is come out with this kind of grid framework for like the painting process. Where I can go very methodically and be like, oh, currently I am doing this thing and this one thing only. Like currently I'm doing the lighting. But I think it's kind of hard to draw the line sometimes. Like if you have an object like this, with clear edges, then it's really clear that some parts are in the light, some parts are in the shadow. But if the shapes are then a little bit more rounder, then where do you put this line here? Right? I mean, like, because my philosophy was, if there's hard edges, I guess I will put in a new layer that will keep the layer entirely separate, and then I can then put in gradients on top of this. Like maybe there'll be gradients here, and then there can be gradients on the shadow side too, right? And because they're separate layers, they're easier to control. But with a soft edge, it is a gradient in and of itself. So I guess I can also decide to put it on a layer, or I can also just not put it on a layer and just treat this as a gradient as part of the shadow layer in overall. I think that was what I was kind of caught up on, because I'm seeing all these light parts here. And that could be the light that's coming down, or it could just be a gradient on the thing to add some variation. Later on, we see that it's kind of both, I suppose. I don't know, because there's more light going in later. But for a good part of, for a little bit here, it was also the light, just like that. And at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter which way you go, as long as you can spot that difference and know that this part needs to be brighter than this and what color you want this to be. I guess it doesn't really matter. And unlike this one, I don't think the structure really helps that much, necessarily. I think that's what I'm caught up on. Because I know when I was doing this one, I was kind of getting stuck in the beginning. But I think that stuck process was also partly due to me not knowing the form that I want. Kind of like the line art stuff that you pointed out before, Dubé. Trying new ideas while trying to get clean line art, that was tricky. So what does that mean though? What am I trying to say here? I have Wolf Lady. I want to put clothes on Wolf Lady. So I need to... If I can figure out each individual thing separately, then it doesn't matter. Oh, right. So the gap was that these are simple shapes. I know the form well. So I know for a fact if I want to use gradient here, a soft edge here, or do I want to use a hard edge here? But when I'm not sure about the form, then my mind is stuck between, hey, do I use a new layer to put in a hard edge here? Or do I just treat it like as part of the shadow layer here? Like a good example I think that I always get stuck on is the reflect, like the secondary light source. Because the primary light source I can be like, yeah, you know, put a big shape here, whatever. But the secondary light source is like, it's like here, do I want a new thing? Or do I just want a gradient on the shadow just a little bit here, and then later on just paint it in? And of course the answer is it doesn't really matter. As long as you do it, you get a satisfactory result at the end. Okay, so I think it helps to talk about this, because this thing was stuck in my head for a little bit ever since I started doing this this painting. I just couldn't put it into words, and then I think now it's a little bit clearer. Yeah, it's all good, Duvay. Like I don't even know if it's what I'm saying necessarily makes sense, or like it's easy to follow, because I'm just kind of jumping around the place, because that's how it is in my head right now. But having it on canvas, like talked about, it's a bit clearer as to why I'm so confused before, because my mind couldn't make up, like, do I just want to go... It goes back to my mind being super black and white. Like, it's always like 1 or 0, right? It's never like the infinite number of different decimal pointed numbers in between, because I'm either no layers, just paint, or like all layers, or like everything on layer, on every layer. Yeah, I don't know how to say it, but you guys get the point. It's either or. It's always either or. And when I approach this problem, I'm like, hey, if I'm using layer here, shouldn't I use layer here for all these things here? But the answer is it doesn't matter. Who cares? If it's easier to use layers, then do it, right? Maybe I see more gradients here. Maybe I see like, hey, there's a bright yellow here, there's a yellow here, and then there's like a red here, and I want a gradient here, right? Then okay, use a damn thing, use a layer for all I care. But if I just see like a flat color here, then it doesn't really matter. I can use a layer if I want to potentially change the color later, or I can just take an airbrush, put in a little bit of like the light here, get the colors to mix a bit, just leave it there. Later on I will just pick from this place and then just paint it. It can be in between, come on. Yeah, it can be in between. There's also a lot of other stuff that gets stuck, like for example Terminators. Terminators, is it on the shadow or is it on the light layer? Well, who cares, right? Like it's just there. As long as it's there, it's fine. Right, whichever layer is on. Subsurface scattering, reflect the light, ambient occlusion, anything. It can just go on however. Anyways, I might be repeating myself, not because I think you guys don't understand, but because I'm talking to myself. A lot of times I think if you guys find that I'm repeating myself, it's likely because I'm trying to convince myself that it's okay. Anyways, thanks Duvet. I don't think this is what you expected when you shared this daily, but that's why I spend sometimes just sitting here and just staring at it. I'm trying to disconnect. I need to switch off of the stuff that I was doing and then get a feel for what is it I'm looking at. And then I'm trying to identify the feelings, the stuff that I don't like. And then I'm trying to process some more stuff off of that. So the renderings, how would I do this? Would it be any different? What do I like and not like? And then times like this, like sometimes we get lucky, we get I get to learn a little bit more about what is it that I'm getting stuck on currently. Hello, Kirio. Wait. Is it weirder that you're here late, or is it weirder that, like, is it more messed up in terms of a sleep schedule, I mean? Like, is this you waking up later? Wait, no. How does that work? Anyways. Welcome. Hello, Kirio. Just about to head off, I think. They made a little bit more progress with the painting. Primarily just tied down some of the more detailed part, like the more structured parts for the backgrounds. Not sure what to do with the color, but I think as I go on here, I should be able to see more and more differences, and I'll fix it very slowly here and there. Some textures that needs to be done. I need to do some ambient occlusion on the chair because it's just kind of disconnected from the chair right now. Find other arts. Let's see. Yeah, we're still working on this one very slowly. But that's good. That's good. Once in a while, like yeah, it's always these kind of like really long paintings that I feel really terrible about doing throughout the entire process. That is like the most beneficial, because it proves to me at the end, like once we make it through, which we can definitely make it through. At the end, it proves to me that hey, it's not that bad. If you just keep at it, it's you get somewhere. So just keep at it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, I guess. Thank you guys for coming. Have a good night, guys. Gonna go get some food. Bye bye.